This is JRock, and for the 9th time, you are... I love that. The Rolling Stones. I jacked it for this episode. You know, I want to use it for every episode, but I wanted to try it out because it's hilarious. Because I typed in to see if there was even any song that was between a rock and a hard place just for kicks, and I thought it was hilarious. So please don't sue me. It's just all in fun. This isn't monetized. So how are you? This is my 9th weekly vlog. 9th. Nine in a row. And I am joined here today by my pet of the week, shall we say. What I have with me is Ruprecht. I'm trying to coax him out of this little cage here. He can go on the top of this cage and hang out here. Come on out. Over here. Up here. Up here, yeah. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Yeah, there you go. Stand up. Up. There you go, buddy. Here and that one. See, he came over here. He's going to probably take that back to his cave. Maybe I can get him out here again. But yeah, welcome to the weekly vlog. Between a rock and a hard place, like you heard in the song. Hilarious. I got a bunch of stuff going on to talk about here, so let's get to it. I wasn't sure if I even had the energy to be doing this vlog tonight, and I'm glad that I got a second wind and I'm getting it done. I'm kind of dreading the time that I don't want to do it and miss my schedule, because it's nice to meet your schedule. And so, yeah, what's going on with me? I am a little tired because I got up today early, well, yesterday, which was Sunday, and I went over to Matt's house, and we shot some new videos at his place. He changed some stuff around with his Genesis collection, so we reshot some stuff just to update that. And we went into another room in his, what he calls the nerd chamber. The nerd chamber. So you'll have to check that out once I get that out there. So hopefully it will be soon. And also what's going on... Well, I'm talking about my buddy Matt. Is he and I? He went in at a place and they had all these Pokemon games, Pokemon Gold and Silver here. That's batteries are dead, and they were on sale at this place. And this is a place that we both frequent and buy video games from, both of us being collectors. And this place has some good deals, but these were on like a special deal. Because the batteries were dead, and I know how to fix the batteries, and I've already fixed a few, but I have like a whole bunch, picked up a whole bunch, and I'm going to fix these up, and we're talking about maybe flipping them or something. I was thinking maybe trades with people. If anybody who's watching this wants Pokemon Gold and Silver, and maybe you're up for trades, if you have doubles of stuff, maybe we can get together a list of kind of stuff that maybe I need. There's some Super Nintendo stuff Matt needs, and he's collecting Genesis as well still that he doesn't have. So I don't know, maybe we can work out a deal or something. But yeah, I'm fixing up all these Pokemon Gold and Silver, and it's a pretty easy fix, and I'm probably going to do a tutorial out of it too. So it's good when you get more than one thing out of a thing. And also I got for myself Pokemon Emerald and Pokemon Ruby version, which looks fake. It looks very fake. I don't know if I can get it all in focus here. I don't know. It's not wanting to focus in on that, but I think this is fake. And this one actually, the battery isn't dead. And I did open it up, and it does say Nintendo on the board. So I don't know, but the logo Nintendo looks all screwy, and the seal looks all screwy, and the rated E for everyone looks screwy. Like, you can see a difference just right there in the two of these. and it's not holographic, so whatever. I got it really cheap, and there was actually nothing wrong with it, so I don't even have to fix it. But this one is just a quick battery fix. So I got enough of battery projects to keep me busy. What else is going on here? I got stuff laid out on my table here to talk about. I got a couple pickups this week, nothing crazy. I got E.T. for Atari, finally bit the bullet, and got that just for the hell of it. Before it's jacked up in price, you know what I mean? Things get jacked up in price with popularity and demand. So get it while it's not too hot. And I got Alan Wake for Xbox 360. So very far apart in generation games. But this comes very highly recommended from people, from a few different people I've heard. And yes, it is like a survival horror, but you're like fighting against shadows, and yeah, it says here it's part action game, part psychological thriller. Alan Wake is a pulse-pounding thrill ride. So I think that looks pretty sweet. Hopefully play some of that. And then also I got my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Ghostbusters issue 3 came in. It looks awesome with Michelangelo wearing the proton pack. I flipped through the first few pages and then I had to do something, as is life, and hopefully sit down soon. Maybe tonight if I have time, but I am taking care of this video here. I'm not even going with the time limit anymore because I have questions from people, and yeah. That is what's going on with me. Time's been crazy for me. I want to be doing Let's Plays, but it's tough because of my work schedule right now. The problem that we had with work is there was a whole bunch of new guys there that were just dummies. And what I like to call dummies at work is just numpties. And numpties, if you look it up on the internet, look it up, type it up, N-U-M-P-T-Y, numpty. And a numpty is someone that does not or will not ever know what the f they are doing. So, numpties. We had a bunch of numpties, and that was the problem. And now there's all these numpties are gone. So now we're just we don't have enough bodies there doing the work. So we're a little understaffed at the moment. But we got rid of some people with bad attitudes, which was really starting to grind my gears. When you're at work with somebody with a bad attitude and you just want to crank them one, and you can't. You want to go like, you want one? Huh? Do you? Huh? Huh? For you want one, do you? Ugh. But enough about that. Let's talk about fun things. Video games, which I love. Actually, before I get to video games, I do have some t-shirts that are pretty awesome I wanted to show off. And tell you a bit about this site. Ruprecht. Come on out, Ruprecht. Okay, this site is called $6shirts.com, and they have a whole bunch of cool stuff, especially if you're a geeky person with fandom stuff like that. I got this, which is a Wild Stallion shirt, awesome, from Bill and Ted's. Probably going to modify that into a JRock shirt. I think you know what I'm talking about. It's not that. That's something else. Where are they? Are they on the chair? Yes, I still have them on the chair over here. Got this one for my buddy. This guy needs a beer with 2 thumbs because my buddy's just that sort of guy. I thought this one was pretty cool. It's a Ghostbusters shirt. It has Godzilla and Stay Puft walking away together hand in hand, the burning rubble. They found each other, and that's awesome. That's all they had to do was get Mr. Stay Puft laid by a giant lizard. And then I got another Ghostbusters shirt too, and it says "I ain't afraid of no roast," and they're zapping this pig here. I'll give you a better look there. But yeah, I just thought that was funny, and I like Ghostbusters, so a couple of Ghostbusters-esque shirts. The thing about this is where I also got this. It's been a while since you turned me on, and you'll notice that the reset button is not there, and there's no Nintendo logo. And yeah, the thing about this site, $6 shirts, is like the shirts they have are just a little bit different than what the licensed stuff is, so they're able to get away with it, I think, without breaking any copyright stuff. So yeah, that's the deal with that. There was no Ghostbusters logos on that shirt, as you noticed, so that's why I'm saying Ghostbusters-esque. That's the thing with that site. Check them out. Okay, now I am going to do some questions, and I'll start off with the Collector Cast. I love their podcast, and the Collector Cast, they are a few dudes from the website rfgeneration.com, and you can go there and you can, there's forums, you can talk to other gamers, but one thing I love about this site is there's collection tools so you can track your collection, boxes, manuals, loose, and they have variations on carts down to like labels like oval or round, seal. Like, it's a great site, and so I think I'm going to be using that to keep track of my collection because it's getting to that point. So yeah, Collector Cast, their podcast run by Duke and his friend Bill and Crabmaster. And so they had their 5 top games of 2014, and on Twitter I commented on their episode, and he asked me what my 5 top games were for 2014, and it didn't have to be new games, just games that you played in 2014. So I will go with, starting at number 5, Demon's Crest. I'm borrowing this from my buddy Matt. I don't own my own copy, obviously. I want to, but I really am impressed with this game and am disappointed that I did not get a chance to play it when I was younger. So I really want to get this. I haven't beaten it, but the gameplay is really fun and dynamic. And yeah, I've never really played anything kind of like it, with the visual stylings and just the themes are really dark and great sound of music. Demon's Crest goes for a pretty penny. I'll trade you a Silent Service for a Demon's Crest. Number 4, and it's on the Genesis, is Beyond Oasis, and this is actually a repro box that I just wanted to get the loose cart, and then I found a listing with this repro box because I believe this game only came in cardboard. But I love Beyond Oasis. I call it all the time Sega's Zelda, because it plays very much like a Zelda adventure game, but the fighting is a bit more beat 'em up style. Like, you get that hit detection out of, like, let's say, sort of like a Streets of Rage almost. So it has a great fighting system, and you use different summon elemental characters to sort of make your way through the world. You have to backtrack and use different new powers. It's a great game, and if you haven't played it, I would recommend you do. I played it years ago, but this is like the first time that I ever beat it was in this 2014. Beyond Oasis. Number 3, Dark Cloud for PlayStation 2. Now, I did own this game years and years ago, and I realized recently that I did not have it, and I seriously sought it out because I loved this game years ago, and I did beat it back then, but I was playing through a few of the worlds. I think there's like 4 different areas of the game that you work through, but it's really awesome. It's like an action RPG, and instead of leveling up your character, you level up your weapon, so that's cool. And you can also put, it's sort of like a materia system where you put various things into your slots on your weapon. And your weapon, when it levels up, you can absorb what is put in your slots. So you're leveling up your weapon, not your character. So that was really cool. And also you could kind of be an architect of your city and place buildings and trees and other sort of things all over the place, whatever way you saw fit. And there was a way to arrange things for optimal, what everyone wanted in town, and you can get bonus items and stuff through doing that. And this game is just awesome, dungeon style, level by level. You're working your way through a dungeon, and each level has its own set of enemies. You know, you have to collect different parts of the world and put them back together, and that's why you're placing things out in the world. And it's an awesome game. Dark Cloud. If you haven't played it, then I told you a bit about it.
Number 2.
Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim. I loved Skyrim hard. Played it for months and months and months. It's just so awesome. Like first person, I call it like first person Diablo. I always loved Diablo, that sort of game, and this truly was great. Like I played Oblivion just before this. Because I just sort of got it that way. I got the special edition, like Oblivion, like Game of the Year, so it came with all the DLC, and I rocked through that, and then I picked this up, and really impressed. I don't know, I don't want to get into too much about Skyrim, because I don't want to talk too long. Again, I want to keep these videos short, but hey, it's good that you people are asking questions. So I'm almost through my top 5 list for you guys.
Number 1!
Arkham Origins, Batman Arkham Origins. And yes, I know when it was released that it had a whole bunch of bugs and they had to patch a bunch of stuff, and there was an achievement glitch that even I was victim to, that I had to go into my like system cache, delete, and like go in and just I had to do some finessing in order to get the achievement because there was like a glitch. But yeah, I love the gameplay of the Arkham games, and this one is the top form for the series. The combat is just so fluid. I love being able to keep my combo going for as long as possible and using all of Batman's gadgets. Just so awesome. And then there's the Predator moments where you have to take down enemies in silent, stealth-like manner. It's great. It reminds me very much of like Metal Gear Solid. You're trying not to be seen, but you're Batman, so you can use your bat gadgets. Sweet ass. I love this game. The DLC and combat challenge maps will keep you busy for a long time, and I actually have some records on the combat maps for this. Yeah. Number 1, Batman Arkham Origins. Highly recommend it.
Thanks again to Duke from the Collector Cast for asking me which my top 5 games were for 2014. Check them out at collectorcast.com to check out their awesome podcast, which will keep you busy for a few hours. Also, find them on Twitter at CollectorCast and check out the site rfgeneration.com.
Okay, there was that. Okay, and I have a question from Kyle from Game Time with Kyle, and he asks, what game have you found the most tasty? Well, Kyle, I think the most tasty game I've seen with the tasty games is probably John Payne with the Little Samson. That looks like a pretty tasty game. Like, I'd like to get my hands on that to have a nibble, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, definitely Little Samson. I think that's a tasty game so far. Sean, the Nesromancer, he asks, if the real world was actually located in the same universe as a video game series, including physics, nature, etc., which would you want it to be and why? Excluding Kiss Psycho Circus. Oh man. Excluding Kiss Psycho Circus? Guess if I gotta. Well, that's a pretty cool question. I don't know what to that's such an open-ended question, but right away I was kind of thinking like Star Trek games, man, just because the universe that Star Trek is takes part in is just like where we should be working towards as a race, human race. It's for the search of knowledge and bettering ourselves, and not for greedy purposes. You know what I mean? The way things are now in the world, everything is run by greed. In Star Trek, the idea is it's all about, you know, renewable resources, looking after our people. Everyone is equally, you're cared for. You are able to pursue your interests. You are able to, you know, be a part of society in your special way. And, yeah, always searching for new life, new experiences, and just, yeah, keeping it real in the galaxy and universe and stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I think. That's the universe I want to be a part of, is the Star Trek universe, because to boldly go where no man has gone before. I don't know. What do you think? Anybody watching this video, leave your comments below. What kind of universe do you want to be a part of? Video game universe. Like, I'm not picking a specific Star Trek game, but I mean the Star Trek universe. All their games take place in the universe, so yeah, Star Trek. Live long and prosper, Sean. And yeah, the last thing, which wasn't actually a question, but it was a Twitter thing with it was a conversation with my buddy Steven Eider from CapMax Gaming. He does the Hypecast that I was a guest on a while back, and he put up a tweet that he was going to be making an appointment to cut his hair. And so I said, I'm not going to favorite this. I'm not going to click that star. And, you know, never cut your hair, and I will show you the way. And then he responded with a whole new world, Disney, the clip, a link to that. And, yeah, he said, show me the way of hair. So I will show you the way of hair, Steven. Like, this is the way of hair, buddy. This is years of growth, my friend. It doesn't happen overnight. It does not happen overnight. But it is rewarding, I'll tell you. Like, my wife's friend, she's a hairdresser, and she comes over, and last week she was here and was massaging my scalp, and oh, it was awesome. And she was like giving my hair a treatment. And even some of my wife's other friends, like, they love my hair, man. You take the hair down, and especially if you just recently shampooed it like I did, like, smell that. It smells friggin' awesome. But, yeah, like, I hang out with my wife's chick friends sometimes, and they love the hair. Chicks can't get enough of long hair, dude, so you should definitely do that. Chicks dig it. And also, if you don't grow long hair, then you will never be able to be on the front of an NES cart on the next Wizards and Warriors, like Fabio. Like, that's my life goal, man. If I can get on the front of Wizards and Warriors, part whatever it is, for NES, the next one that I'm going to make, if I had the money to be on the front of, then yeah. You got to grow your hair long to do that, pal. But yeah, it's just rocking to grow your hair. And, you know, if I ever was to cut my hair, it would definitely, I would donate it to charity for sure. Like, this could be used, like, won't go in the garbage. So maybe someday, but I don't know. I'm so used to having long hair, and it can be a curse. It does take long in the shower, especially because I have curly, kind of like wavy hair. It's genetic. My mom has the same hair. But yeah, that's a bit of the ways of hair, Steven. Chicks will pet you, they will love you, and you can be on the front of Wizards and Warriors. Okay, so I should wrap up. This is a long vlog, and I wanted to keep these short, but they just keep getting longer apparently. So this has been JRock, between a rock and a hard place, and this is my finishing my cup of coffee here. Saying goodnight to Ruprecht. Good night, Ruprecht. You came up for a second. And keep on rocking them games.